We've all heard it. AI is coming for your job, China's just hiding exports, and strong leaders mean strong economies. But what if none of that is quite true? Today we're unpacking some surprising, and at times uncomfortable, findings from recent research. From AI's impact on work, to the truth about China's trade, to why dictatorships might be bad for business, we're separating fact from fiction. 1. Is AI stealing jobs yet? It's almost a given in public debate. AI will wipe out millions of jobs. Politicians warn about it, headlines scream about it. But so far, the data says otherwise. Economists Sarah Eckhart and Nathan Goldschlag looked at which jobs are most exposed to AI, meaning roles where tasks could be automated. You'd expect those people to be losing work fastest, but instead they found no link. In fact, unemployment has recently risen more among people in less AI-exposed jobs. Even recent graduates, supposedly at the highest risk, are largely staying in work. And workers in high-exposure roles aren't rushing to switch careers. Coders aren't suddenly retraining as plumbers. Does that mean AI will never take jobs? Not necessarily. But so far, every this is it moment has been a false alarm. Question for you. Do you think AI's impact will hit suddenly or creep in so slowly we barely notice? 2. Bernie's bad housing chart next. U.S. housing affordability. Senator Bernie Sanders recently shared a chart comparing weekly wages to house prices on the same axis. The problem? That's not how affordability works. In the 1980s and 90s, it took about 8 years of work to afford a home. Now it's closer to 10 years. A real decline, but not the collapse the chart implies. The Economic Innovation Group notes that mortgage payments are about as affordable as before. The real crunch is saving for the down payment. Here's the takeaway. Housing is less affordable, yes, but oversimplified charts risk undermining the real nuanced problem. 3. Dictators and economic growth. Here's a big one. 3 major powers, China, Russia, and the U.S., are now dominated by strong central figures. Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin, and Donald Trump. History proves you don't need democracy to grow. China's last 40 years show that. But there's a difference between autocracies run by institutions and those run by one man. Research by Blattman, Gelbach, and Yu shows that personalist regimes, where power is highly centralized, tend to grow more slowly. Mistakes aren't checked by competing voices. Xi's China is slowing. Putin's war is strangling Russia's economy. And Trump's tariffs hurt the U.S. more than many realize. So here's the question. Is the world heading into a dangerous strongman slowdown? 4. AI versus the social media trolls. We all know the internet has amplified the loudest, often most toxic voices. Psychopathy, narcissism, and fear of missing out. A study found these traits drive much of online political engagement. And here's the kicker. Higher cognitive ability is linked to less political posting. But could AI be part of the solution? Some suggest using algorithms to downrank angry, divisive content and promote positive discussions. Another twist, AI spam might push people away from toxic feeds. A study found that highlighting AI-generated misinformation made people more likely to visit trustworthy news sites. Could bot overload drown out the trolls? 5. China's hidden exports myth. Some analysts claim China is dodging U.S. tariffs by sending goods through third countries like Vietnam or Mexico. But data tells a different story. When you compare what China used to sell to the U.S. with what it now sells to Southeast Asia, the overlap is surprisingly small. Research by Gerard DePipo estimates that at most, only a third of the rise in Chinese exports to Southeast Asia could be diverted U.S. trade. And that's an upper bound. Many of those countries have their industries producing goods for the U.S., so the idea of secret China to U.S. trade via third parties is mostly overblown. 6. The rise of the power trad couple. Finally, something different. Marriage trends among the wealthy. The stereotype? Rich men want beauty, not brains. But data says otherwise. Many wealthy men marry highly educated, high-earning women who then become homemakers after marriage. It's a blend of traditional and modern roles, creating what some call the power trad couple. It's not about one model being right or wrong, but it's a reminder that personal choices often defy stereotypes. So, AI isn't taking jobs yet. Dictator-led economies might be slower. China's not hiding exports the way people think. And the future of social media might just be bots drowning out trolls. Which of these stories surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe for more clear, no-hype explainers on the global economy.